today, for grins and giggles, we're going to fold an origami rabbit. And I do this so that you will have white resource to draw from. They make fun little characters that you can set around and then use to practice your value studies. This is very helpful in the event that you don't have white objects at home that you can draw from. So the first thing you're going to need is a square piece of paper. Now, to help myself out, what I did is I took this paper. This is just a Xerox paper, right? And I took it corner to corner, like so, and I made a mark. And then, a mark there. I did the same thing to the other corner. Notice I didn't bear it down. You can if you want. But I didn't want these diagonal folds on my sheet of paper. So now I have two marks, like so, that I can take and now fold, line that up just right, and really crease it. You can take a damp paper towel, run it across here, it'll tear much nicer, and then you can just tear along that fold line, and you'll get a perfect square, like so. So I already have mine, so I'm not going to finish that one out. And the first fold that I would like for you to do is to fold it in half. You really crease it when you do so. Okay. Now I'm going to open it up, here, maybe, and I'm going to fold to that inside fold. You know, the trick with origami is that you make really nice, crisp creases. So I'm using the back of my thumbnail to make that nice crease. Now, I'm going to do the other side like so. Voila. Okay? Alright, so for this next fold, I'm going to use the top here as my beginning little mark, and I'm going to take this corner and fold it down until it lines up with this edge here, and I'm going to crease it. I'm going to do the same thing for this side. And I will do the same thing over here as well. And it should look something like this, right? All right. Now, this is the hardest fold you're going to make for this rabbit. But I'm going to take one side here, open it up, okay, and I'm going to push on this crease right here so that I refold, okay, and pop it down, and then refold along those lines, so it's like you're tucking it in. Alright, so you've tucked that corner in, and it should look like this. Let's do that one again. I'm going to take and open this up. We're going to do this for all four corners. I'm going to open it up. I'm going to push on this inside, this middle crease here, so that it pushes it to the inside, and I'm going to refold it so that it goes the opposite direction, and voila. And I'm going to do the same thing for the other two corners. want to do is I want to take this part right here and fold it down and do the same thing on this other side and fold it down so that these parts right here are loose. They will eventually become rabbit ears, right? Alright. Now, it should look like this on one side, loose, 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 and like so on this side. Alright, so now that I have that done, I'm going to work with this flat edge right here, this flat side, and I'm going to fold so that this edge meets this middle edge, and it will look like this. So now it looks like this, right? And it met that edge. I'm going to do the same thing for this one. Yay! So it should look like this. Alrighty then. I'm going to take and right along these two crease lines here, okay, you're going to fold it down like so. And it should look like this. Alright, so all I did was I folded it along this line right here, folded it up, and let this pop out. Alright? Now I'm going to fold the whole thing in half. Just like that. Pretty cool, right? So far, so good. Alright, this should be loose. These guys should be loose. Alright. Now, if I hold it, let's say about right here, and you pinch it. You can pinch it further up if you want, or further down. You're going to take these two loose parts and pull up, like so, and then crease it. You have the beginning of your rabbit's head. Very cool. Now, we've got to make him sit up and have legs, right? You're going to fold in half, well, not really in half. You're going to fold along a diagonal, and it depends on whether you want him really sitting up or whether you want him kind of laying down. So I could have him fold like this, and he'll be more up. I could have him more like this, and he'd be more like he's crouching, okay? Now, you're the artist, so you'll decide. And once you've decided, you're going to make a crease there. And this crease will serve as a guideline for tucking these legs in. Now that I have that crease, I'm going to open it up just a little bit, okay? And you've got a fold line here and a fold line here. This one's right, okay? This one is going to have to refold on itself. I'm going to tuck them in and let them fold. And there's his little legs. Ta-da! And he'll stand up. Now let's make him look a little bit more rabbity. So I'm going to take his nose and just punch it in. Get a little square nose. And I'm going to take his ears and open them up a little bit and wiggle them. Kind of push down. And so now I have a rabbit. So very cool. And I have an object that I can draw from that's totally white so that I can see the shades and the shadows. Thanks for joining.